Hey there, garden fans, and welcome back to the Permaculture Homestead. I just pulled up to the project site here. I'm going to put in a couple hours of work like I always do every Saturday, and I'm going to kind of walk you all around the food forest here at the project site at Locklairs. But before we did, I want to sit down and chat a little bit. This whole project has kind of been about community. A lot of this stuff done here has been donated or free, and when we've had to spend money, it's been donated money or from local sources. I want to give a big thanks to Sean over at the Edible Acres. He's got a YouTube channel and a website, edibleacres.org. Go check him out. He was very accommodative to Locklairs, the project farm here, and hooked us up with a whole bunch of comfrey that's already out and flourishing. So this whole project has been about community, and it's nice to see the local community here, but also the YouTube community now kind of blending and coming together here. Appreciate it, Sean, and God bless community. Let's go community for the win. Let me get to work. We'll go check out the food forest in a little bit. Enjoy the journey. My first job today was to water in some of the guilds we're trying to get established here on site. We've got a centralized nut tree here with our comfy crowns already putting on new green growth. Thanks again, Sean. And I've got autumn olive here as nitrogen fixation for this tree. And we've also got clover as a ground cover coming in. So there's a sample guild right there. Another task I had on my plate was to start getting our water storage set up on the back side of our community center here. We're gonna get a solar and water pump setup going on. Still haven't kind of got it all figured out, but with the help of some volunteers, I think we're going to get something set up here that looks really good. To kind of give you a glossing over of the whole site, I'll just start here at the bottom of the hill where we're currently trying to finish out our mandala vegetable garden here. It's going to take all the runoff from our spillway and circulate it around the land just a little bit. We're just moving it around a bit and getting our vegetable beds set up. Our swales all have red mammoth clover seeded on them, and of course all the wild weeds, dandelion and chickweed. All the pollinators are really out right now. It's a pretty good time to check it out. I've kind of done a monocropping mixed planting here at the bottom of the hill. We've got all of our figs on the swales, and in our paddies we've got this blueberry and swamp mayhaw mix kind of going on. On the bottom side of our swale we have a pawpaw and autumn olive mixed cropping. So it's not completely a mixed planting because they are kind of trees just in a row, obviously, but at the bottom of the hill it just made sense for us to do it like this. It's going to make it easier for a you pick you pull operation later on down the line. And here's just a shot of some of those mayhaws. They like wet conditions and they're pretty tolerant of any type of soil. The bottom of the hill here is a pretty good mix of clay and sand, and it's pretty acid conditions, which is why the blueberries seem to be happy right now. We did mix a little compost in there, and the bottom of the hill generally stays pretty wet. The next swale up on the property is where we really start getting the mixed plantings going on. So I've got some pomegranates here and persimmons. We've got an apricot tree here, early golden, and a cherry tree. So there's mixed fruit plantings as we go up the hill. We're starting to get in some of the nitrogen fixation for these trees, the companions. Obviously we've got the anchor species in the trees. They're going to be the backbone of the whole property, and we're starting to step up the companion plantings. Pineapple guava shrub going to be here in the middle of this. And of course we're getting nitrogen fixation in a lot of different ways. Here's some seaberry, and I got more seaberry here, a male to pollinate. And our other nitrogen fixation is of course the autumn olive. There's all types of wild herbs and cultivated vegetables blooming right now, the brassicas, parsley, and further up the hill here we kind of get into our mixed nut canopy where we are getting our companions going. So here we got a seedling pecan with comfrey, and it's got nitrogen fixation right near it with some seaberry. And right now, I mean, this is the beginning of a food forest. It's kind of small, looks like a couple sticks in the ground, but I've respected the spacing here on this property a lot more than I have on my own personal property. So I'm giving the plants the room that they're eventually going to need down the line. And down the line, this place is actually going to look pretty good and it'll be fairly self-sustaining. I just wanted to give you an overhead shot of the whole food forest. This far right side of the screen is our mixed nut and fruit plantings. There are pears and plums mixed with some of those nut trees. But further on to the left of the screen, we have mostly fruit trees, pomegranates, persimmons, jujubes, a lot of very hardy native edibles for our area. And that's it for the tour. I appreciate y'all checking it out. I would love to do a longer one. I can kind of, and I don't want to make these videos 20 minutes long, but I'm going to start offering tours. I'm out here at this farm every Saturday. I would love to have you out. If you ever want to come check it out, let me know. If you got any questions, just please ask. Thanks for watching. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. God bless.